welcome to Daily Current Affairs by Neo IAS. Today is 19th July 2019 and the topic we are going to discuss is Solar Charkha Mission, Periodic Labour Force Survey, Sagar Maitri, then Public Health Emergency of International Concern, MAP aided program and the previous year question revision series. So coming to the first topic, Solar Charkha Mission. So Solar Charkha Mission is a news under KVIC. We already discussed KVIC in the last session. So under KVIC, there are 36 proposals shortlisted for Solar Charkha Mission. So this comes under MSME Ministry and this was an initiative started in June 2018. So Solar Charkha Mission, it will have a subsidy of 550 crore for the coming year, that is 2018-19 and 2019-20 for 50 clusters. So every cluster, it will employ around 400 to 2000 artisans. Okay, so the mission, it will generate employment in rural areas and it will also contribute to the green economy. So the scheme is envisaged to generate, direct employment. Okay, it is direct employment for nearly 1 lakh persons. Okay, so Solar Charkha unit, it is classified as village industries. Okay, and this comes under KVIC, that is Khadi and Village Industries Commission, and the scheme is implemented in KVIC in Mumbai. So the main objective of the scheme is to ensure inclusive growth. So how is inclusive growth ensured? It is by generating employment for women and youth of rural areas and also the sustainable development. Okay, so they are planning for a cluster based development. Also to boost rural economy. Obviously, if people get more employment in rural areas, the rural economy will boost and it will also arrest the migration from rural to urban areas. Okay, people go in search of better living conditions and jobs in urban areas and they end up in slums or urban sprawls. So if you have enough information and employment in your home place, in your rural area, this migration can be avoided. Okay, and also to leverage low cost innovative technology and processes for sustenance. Then talking about KVIC, it is under MSME Ministry. So this is a statutory body. It is under Khadi and Village Industries Commission Act of 1956. And what they do is they deals with the issues on raw material procurement. They will provide wage levels for the rural artisans. They will they'll intervene in the technological and designs happening in the export segments of KVIC. So everything comes under KVIC and it is under Ministry of Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises. The next topic is Periodic Labour Force Survey, PLFS. So this is a news because the government, they said the unemployment figures according to this report or survey, it cannot be compared with the previous unemployment rate because the way they calculated the unemployment is different from the earlier years. Okay, so this survey is used to be conducted every 5 years, but from 2016 to 17, it was conducted all over the 4 quarters of the year. So it will be conducted every 3 months. Okay, so what is PLFS? It is actually launched by NSSO. So it is a nationwide labor force survey. So the prime aim of the survey is to generate indicators for labor market. Okay, they'll generate indicators for labor market for a very short span for a quarter. I already told you, a quarter for a year, and it will show you the quality data collection and processing, which is very important in order to attain a complete knowledge about unemployment in the country. So PLFS, as I told you, it will give quarterly data. It gives the data about employment as well as unemployment. Okay, so this was launched in 2017 and the results of PLFS, it will be brought out along with annual key report. Okay, so every 3 months it will be released and the combined report will be annually released. So quarterly changes of various indicators of the labor market in urban area as well as they will also deal with the labor market in the rural area also. Okay, so the estimate is for urban and rural area and the major parameters they are taking into account is, one is labor force participation rate, then worker population ratio, that is how much workers are there to the population of the region, and unemployment rate. Then the distribution of workers, that means in which all sectors of the informal sector is the workers distributed, and the conditions of employment of the workers. Then they will release the quaternary bulletins, then quaternary estimates will be done based on, you know, the labor force participation survey, worker population ratio and employment rate. Okay. And who is releasing it? It is the NSSO. Okay. So NSSO is basically a national organization. What they do is they conduct large scale sample surveys in all India basis, and they'll release their reports. Okay. So this comes under the MOSPI, that is Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation. The next topic is Sagar Maitri. So this is in news because INS Sagar Dhwani is the research vessel of DRDO. So they are under the mission of Sagar Maitri mission 2. So this has been happening for 2 months. Okay. So Sagar Maitri mission 2, it is actually a celebrations happening in the research ship of INS Krishna missions as a part of, you know, the historic international Indian Ocean expeditions. Okay. So this took place, Indian Ocean expedition took place in 1962 to 65. So they are celebrating the golden jubilee now. So as a part of mission INS Sagar Dhwani, it will again revisit the tracks which was covered earlier by INS Krishna. Okay. So this will provide the NPOL scientists an opportunity to, you know, collaborate with various IOR countries. Okay. So INS Sagar Dhwani, it is designed and developed by the Naval Physical and Oceanographic Laboratory, that is NPOL Cochin, and it will be the premier system laboratory of it is coming under DRDO. It's a as I told you, it's a laboratory under DRDO. So this conducts ocean research experiments in Indian waters. Okay, so they not only conduct experiments in Indian waters, but they also collect data from Indian waters about various activities. So Sagar Maitri, it is actually an initiative of DRDO. So this will align with the objective of Sagar. Sagar is safety and growth for all in the region. In the region means Indian Ocean region. So it is to promote closer cooperation in socio-economic aspects as well as greater scientific interaction, especially in the IOR region. Okay. So under this, there is a scientific component of DRDO. Okay, which deals with all scientific matters. That is called as Maitri. Maitri is Marine and Allied Interdisciplinary Training and Research Initiative. So this is the scientific component of DRDO. And other IOR countries include Oman, Maldives, Sri Lanka, then Thailand, Malaysia, Singapore, Indonesia and Myanmar. Okay, and the program, it will also aim at, you know, scientific collaboration of all these countries. Okay. Next is public health emergency of international concern. So what happened recently is there was an Ebola outbreak in Congo. Okay, so WHO has declared this as an international health emergency. Many people, around 1,500 people are dead and 2,500 people are, you know, ill there. So it's a very serious condition. So the public health emergency of international concern, it to, you know, declare an extraordinary event which constitute a public health risk to other states also. It has a tendency of spreading to the nearby states. That is meant by the public health emergency of international concern. Okay. So this definition means there are three, it is declared on three situations. One, if there is a serious or sudden or unexpected outbreak of disease, or if there is a public health issue beyond the affected states' national borders, it has a chance to spread to nearby countries, or it may require immediate international action. Only these countries will be, only these situations will be declared as international concern. So it has been done by WHO, and the declaration it is been done by International Health Regulations. There is a committee, emergency committee operating under International Health Regulations. They will be declaring it. So it was first introduced in 2005. So International Health Regulations, they are basically a legal agreement. Okay, it has been signed by 196 countries, including all the members of WHO. Their main aim is to help the international community to prevent and respond to this public health risk. Okay, so this was first introduced in 2005, and till date there are 4 declaration happened. One was swine flu in 2009, then polio in 2014, then Ebola in 2014, then Zika in 2016, now again Ebola in 2019. Okay. In map aided program, we have Didwana Lake. Didwana is actually a playa. Playa is a lake formation in a desert region. So this is the second largest playa in the eastern part of Thar Desert. So it is mainly used for commercial purpose as a salt production area. So it has a very thick lake sediment package. It has some major content of grained clays, sills, then calcite, then we have halite, gypsum. Okay, so this is known as a hypersaline water lake. Okay, and Didwana is basically known as a winter habitat for thousands of flamingos coming from Siberia. So what happened is that over Didwana Lake, they are constructing a flyover. So what happened? The flamingos are no longer attracted to this playa, and they are avoiding Didwana and going to Sampar Lake. Okay, this was in news very recently. So I have marked the Dudwana Lake in political map of Rajasthan. Please try to locate it in a physical map. Okay. Next is PQRS. I'll read out the question. Consider the following rivers: Barak, Lohit, and Subansiri. Which of the following flows through Arunachal Pradesh? So in this, Lohit and Subansiri is a main tributaries of Brahmaputra. They join Dihang in order to become Brahmaputra and flows through Assam. So these two rivers, Lohit and Subansiri, it runs through Arunachal Pradesh. But what about Barak? Barak river is a river running through Nagaland, then coming to Manipur, Mizoram. Eventually, there is also a branch going to Assam, then going into Bay of Bengal. It is not there in Arunachal Pradesh. So the answer is B, 2 and 3 only. Okay. So that's all for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed the session. If you have any doubts, please let me know. Okay. Thank you so much. Good night.